Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to understand an important concept in Java, constructor overloading in Java. Don't worry. I will explain everything in a very simple and beginner-friendly way. So first, what is constructor overloading? Constructor overloading means a class can have more than one constructor. But each constructor must have different parameters. That's it. This is the core idea. Constructors can differ in three ways. First, number of parameters. For example, student, string name. Here, the number of parameters is different. So this is valid constructor overloading. Second, type of parameters. Example, student, string name. Student, int age. Even though both constructors have one parameter, their data types are different. So this is also valid overloading. Third, order of parameters. Example, student, string name, int age. Student, int age, string name. Here, the data types are the same, but the order is different. So yes, this is also valid constructor overloading. Now, changing only variable names is not overloading. Example, student, int a, string b. Student, int x, string y. Even though the variable names are different, the data types and the order are the same. So this is not constructor overloading. This is a very common mistake beginners make. One-line definition. Constructor overloading allows a class to have multiple constructors that differ in number, type, or order of parameters. Remember this line. It is very important for exams and interviews. Now let's understand the important rules. Rule 1. Constructor name must be the same as the class name. All constructors must have the same name as the class. Example, class student. Student. Here, the constructor name is student and the class name is also student. Rule 2. Parameter list must be different. To overload constructors, you must change the number of parameters, or the type of parameters, or the order of parameters. Valid examples. Student, string name. Student, string name, int age. Student, int age, string name. Rule 3. Return type is not allowed. Constructors do not have a return type. You cannot overload constructors based on return type. If you write void student, this is not a constructor. This becomes a method. Constructors cannot have int, void, or any return type. Rule 4. Only changing variable names is not overloading. Again, this is not allowed. Student, int a, string b. Student, int x, string y. Because the data types and the order are the same. Rule 5. Java decides the constructor based on arguments. When we create an object, Java automatically chooses the constructor based on the arguments passed. Example, new student. This calls the no-argument constructor. New student, Ravi. This calls the parameterized constructor. Java decides automatically. Now let's understand this with a complete example. Here we have a class called student. Inside this class, we have two class variables. String name, int age. Here, name and age are class variables, also called instance variables. They belong to the object of the class. Now let's look at the constructors. We have three constructors inside this student class. First constructor, no argument constructor. Student. Name is equal to unknown. Age is equal to 0. This constructor does not take any parameters. Inside this constructor, we set the class variable name to unknown using name is equal to unknown, and we set the class variable age to 0 using age is equal to 0. So whenever this constructor is called, the object will have name is equal to unknown, age is equal to 0. Second constructor, one parameter constructor. Student, string n. Name is equal to n. Age is equal to 18. This constructor takes one parameter, string n. Here, n is a parameter variable. Name is the class variable. Inside this constructor, we assign the class variable name the value passed through parameter n using name is equal to n. So whatever value is passed while creating the object will be stored in the class variable name. Then we set age to 18 using age is equal to 18. So this constructor sets name is equal to the passed value. Age is equal to 18. Third constructor, to parameter constructor. Student, string n, int a. Name is equal to n. Age is equal to a. This constructor takes two parameters, string n, int a. Again, name and age are class variables. N and are parameter variables. Inside this constructor, name is equal to n, age is equal to a. So both values are taken from the arguments passed while creating the object. Now let's look at the display method. Void display. System.out.println, name plus age plus age. This method prints the name and age of the object. It prints the class variables, not the parameter variables. Why is this constructor overloading? We achieved constructor overloading because one constructor takes no parameters. One constructor takes one parameter. One constructor takes two parameters. Since the parameter lists are different, Java treats them as different constructors. Now let's move to the main class. Inside the main method, student S1 is equal to new student. Here we are creating the object S1. Whenever an object is created, the constructor is automatically called. Java checks the student class and looks for a constructor that takes no parameters. It finds student, so it calls the first constructor. Because of that, name is set to unknown. Age is set to 0. Next, student S2 is equal to new student, Ravi. Now Java sees that we are passing one argument. So it looks for a constructor that takes one parameter. It finds student, string n. So it calls that constructor. Inside that, name is equal to Ravi. Age is equal to 18. Next, student S3 is equal to new student, Amit, 20. Now Java sees two arguments. So it calls student, string n, int a. Inside that, name is equal to Amit. Age is equal to 20. Now calling the display method. S1.display. It prints name, unknown, age, 0. Because during the creation of S1 we set name to unknown and age to 0 using the noArgument constructor. Similarly, S2.display prints name, Ravi, age, 18. And S3.display Prince. Name, Amit, age, 20. Because we passed both values while creating the object. So, constructor overloading means same constructor name, different parameter list, no return type. And Java chooses the constructor automatically based on the arguments passed. That is all about this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. In the next video, we will understand another important concept, this keyword in Java. So stay tuned and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. See you in the next video.